All right, Yankees fans, let's talk about what's really going on in the Bronx, because the reality right now is hard to swallow. Aaron Judge, one of the most extraordinary players to ever wear pinstripes, is deep into his 30s and still chasing that elusive World Series ring. We're talking about a guy who has redefined what it means to hit for power in the modern game, a player who has carried this franchise on his back for years, and yet here we are in another October where the Yankees are heading home early. It's almost cruel when you think about it. How can a player this generational, this dominant, still be sitting on 0 championships? When you look back at Yankees history, the greats didn't just have numbers, they had jewelry. They had rings stacked like trophies of destiny. From Jeter to Rivera, from Bernie Williams to Posada, these were players who defined eras with championships. Judge, though, has been left out of that legacy. Since his breakout in 2017, he's been the face of the team, the hope of a new generation, and yet all he's gotten is heartbreak. Every season has felt like a movie that ends before the climax. Flashes of brilliance, record-breaking home runs, MVP-caliber stretches, but no payoff when it matters most. The Yankees of today don't look like the powerhouse we grew up watching. Back when George Steinbrenner was calling the shots, mediocrity wasn't tolerated. You had one job, win. And if you didn't, you were gone. Now, it feels like the Yankees have lost that fire. They're not the bullies of baseball anymore. They're just another team with a big payroll and no rings to show for it. Hal Steinbrenner doesn't have the same edge, the same obsession with winning that his father did. It's not about dominating anymore. It's about managing costs, keeping things steady, and hoping something magically clicks. But that's not how championships are built. Aaron Judge came into this franchise like a tidal wave. From his first at-bat, when he sent a baseball flying into orbit, fans knew this kid was different. He was supposed to be the next cornerstone of a new dynasty. And for a while, it looked like it could happen. The Yankees went out and got Giancarlo Stanton, forming one of the scariest power duos baseball had ever seen. Add in DJ LeMahieu's contact hitting, and it looked like the team had found balance. But injuries, age, and inconsistency turned what was once a dream lineup into a fragile puzzle that never quite fit together. And now here we are in 2025, almost a decade into the Judge era, and the Yankees haven't come close to reclaiming their throne. They were supposed to be World Series favorites, but instead, they fell apart in the postseason yet again. They barely survived the wild card round and then got completely dismantled by the Toronto Blue Jays in the ALDS. The offense vanished, the pitching couldn't hold up, and the same old story played out. The Yankees simply can't beat elite teams when it matters most. Aaron Boone's name always comes up in these moments because, let's be honest, the guy feels completely lost in October. There's something about his decision-making that just doesn't translate when the pressure is on. Pulling the wrong pitchers, keeping cold bats in the lineup, showing no sense of urgency. It's the same movie on repeat. Boone might be a nice guy, someone you grab a drink with, but that doesn't make him a good manager. He's been given chance after chance, and every time, he finds a new way to disappoint. Fans have had enough. They're tired of watching the same collapse every year. They're tired of the excuses, the empty optimism, and the we'll get them next time attitude. This isn't supposed to be just another baseball team. This is the New York Yankees. 16 years without a World Series title is an embarrassment for a franchise with this kind of history and resources. Judge's prime years are being wasted by poor management and an organization that seems afraid to make bold moves. Look back at 2009, the last time they won it all. That team had depth, heart, and players who stepped up under pressure. Alex Rodriguez, for all his controversies, carried that team in the postseason. He had help from veterans who knew how to grind through October. The front office built a roster full of hitters who could produce in any situation. That's what's missing now. Today's Yankees don't have that balance between power and contact, between youth and experience. They're built to look good on paper, not to win when it counts. Judge's supporting cast just isn't good enough. Stanton can't stay healthy, and when he does, he's streaky at best. DJ LeMahieu has aged out of his prime. The lineup is a revolving door of underperforming players, and the Yankees have failed to find reliable contact hitters. The kind of guys who can keep rallies alive when the home runs stop coming. The bullpen, once a source of pride, has been inconsistent, and Boone's constant tinkering hasn't helped. The frustration isn't just about losing. It's about the lack of direction. The Yankees used to set the standard for how a franchise should be run. Now they're just drifting. The analytics department runs the show, and decisions feel robotic, detached from the emotion of the game. It's as if the human element, the gut feeling that used to win championships, has been completely stripped away. When you watch the Yankees now, you don't see passion. You see confusion, complacency, and wasted potential. And what hurts the most is seeing Judge give everything he has, diving for balls in right field, playing through injuries, leading by example, only for it all to go waste. He deserves better. He deserves a front office that believes in building around him with real, proven talent. He deserves a manager who knows how to win in October. He deserves teammates who can rise to the moment instead of shrinking under the lights. It's not just about baseball. For fans, it's about identity. The Yankees are supposed to represent excellence. They're supposed to be the team that scares everyone else. But that aura is gone. Other teams don't fear the Yankees anymore. They see them as beatable, predictable, soft. That's a hard pill to swallow for fans who grew up idolizing the dynasty years. The truth is, this isn't just about one bad season. It's about a pattern, a culture of settling for less. The Yankees keep running back the same formula, expecting different results. They've turned into a team that celebrates regular season success as if it's a consolation prize. But regular season wins mean nothing if you can't deliver in October. If George Steinbrenner were alive to see this, he'd lose his mind. The man fired managers for far less. He would have demanded accountability from everyone, from the front office down to the bat boy. But under Hal, it feels like comfort has replaced urgency. And as long as that's the case, nothing's going to change. The Yankees will keep spinning their wheels while other teams pass them by. Fans aren't asking for miracles. They're asking for effort. They're asking for leadership. They're asking for a front office that acts like winning still matters. Because right now, it doesn't look like it does. It looks like everyone's just fine with another almost season while Judge's best years fade away. And for a player who's given everything to this team, that's not just unfair, it's tragic. And the reality for the Yankees going forward is even more complicated. Aaron Judge is not getting any younger, and every year without a championship chips away at his legacy. The pressure isn't just on him. It's on the organization to finally assemble a team that can capitalize on his prime years. Yet, the pieces are scattered, inconsistent, and often unavailable due to injuries or poor acquisitions. Giancarlo Stanton, once a feared power hitter, has struggled to stay healthy, and when he is on the field, his production has been inconsistent in the playoffs. Players like DJ LeMahieu are past their prime, and the depth that used to define the Yankees simply isn't there. When the spotlight hits in October, the cracks become impossible to hide. The Yankees' approach to building a team seems frozen in a paradox. On paper, they spend money, but strategically, they fail to assemble the type of roster that wins championships. There's a focus on analytics and metrics, which has value, but baseball isn't just numbers. It's timing, it's chemistry, it's having a lineup that can adjust, fight through adversity, and perform under pressure. The Yankees currently lack those elements. The combination of poor managerial decisions and front office hesitation creates a team that looks strong in the regular season but collapses under the weight of expectation. That disconnect between potential and performance is at the heart of the frustration surrounding this era. Aaron Boone, despite being a decent man off the field, continues to be the wrong person to manage this team. The pattern is clear. He struggles in high-pressure moments and seems incapable of making adjustments when it matters most. From pulling players at the wrong time to failing to structure lineups effectively, Boone's mismanagement has cost the Yankees crucial games. He's been given extensions and security, but the results speak for themselves. Fans see the same mistakes year after year and wonder how it's possible that someone so clearly out of step with October baseball continues to hold the job. The reality is harsh. Under Boone, Judge has never had the full support system needed to chase a championship, and it's reflected in the team's repeated failures. The bullpen is another glaring issue. In the past, the Yankees prided themselves on late-inning reliability, but now, inconsistency reigns. Pitchers come and go, and the decision-making often leaves fans scratching their heads. One day, a reliever looks dominant. The next, he's the reason the game is lost. Without a solid bullpen, even the best starting pitching cannot carry a team through October. And while the Yankees do have young arms with potential, the organization has yet to pair them with experienced, proven talent that can anchor a postseason run. The result is a cycle of disappointment that repeats itself year after year. The lack of reliable depth extends to the position players as well. First base, catcher, and even parts of the outfield are filled with players who fluctuate between promise and mediocrity. Cody Bellinger and Trent Grisham have shown flashes, but the Yankees cannot rely on inconsistent contributors in crucial moments. Austin Wells, while talented, has yet to prove he can handle the pressure of playoff baseball. And Ben Rice is still an unknown quantity in terms of long-term production. Without a firm plan to solidify these positions, the Yankees risk another wasted season and another blow to Judge's championship pursuit. It's not just about individual players. It's about culture and direction. The Yankees once dominated not only through talent, but through a mentality that demanded excellence in every aspect of the game. That edge seems to have disappeared. The current front office prioritizes financial caution over aggressive moves that could turn the team into a true contender. Free agency becomes a gamble instead of an opportunity to acquire difference-makers. The days of blockbuster signings like Alex Rodriguez or Reggie Jackson feel distant, replaced by a more measured, less daring approach. This cautious strategy has consequences, and the Yankees are seeing them play out in real time. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. New York is buzzing this morning with what could be the most shocking trade rumor of the MLB season. Sources suggest that Gerrit Cole, the Yankees' ace and cornerstone of their pitching staff, might be on his way out of the Bronx and landing with none other than the Los Angeles Dodgers. While nothing has been officially confirmed, whispers around the league hint at an unprecedented shakeup that could send shockwaves through both coasts. Cole, known for his electric fastball and devastating slider, has long been the Yankees' frontline pitcher, leading the rotation with dominance since his blockbuster signing. However, insiders speculate that the Yankees' front office is eyeing a full-scale reconstruction, aiming to pivot towards younger arms and a more balanced roster. This potential move would mark a dramatic shift in strategy for a team that has long relied on star power to chase championships. On the other side of the country, the Dodgers are reportedly exploring every avenue to bolster their rotation for a title run. Adding Cole would instantly give them one of the most feared pitching duos in baseball, complementing their already formidable lineup. The idea of pairing him with Max Scherzer or Clayton Kershaw is already sending fans into a frenzy on social media, with debates over ERA, strikeout potential, and postseason impact dominating online forums. Sources close to the matter hint that talks have been very serious, and while contracts and player packages remain undisclosed, the rumor mill suggests the Yankees are demanding significant returns, possibly a combination of top prospects and major league-ready talent. Meanwhile, Dodgers insiders appear willing to go big, signaling that they see this as a now-or-never opportunity to cement their dynasty. While it's still early days and nothing is finalized, the mere possibility of Gerrit Cole leaving New York has ignited a flurry of speculation. Fans and analysts alike are dissecting every angle. How will the Yankees replace such a dominant arm? Which prospects could be on the move? And how might this shift the balance of power in the National League West? If this trade comes to fruition, it won't just be a blockbuster. It will be the talk of the MLB for months to come. For now, all we have are tantalizing hints and the thrill of the rumor, leaving the baseball world holding its breath, waiting to see if Gerrit Cole will indeed swap pinstripes for Dodgers blue. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.